Son. Alright, it's on then. Alright, you ugly mafia wannabe ex piece of shit that just got a big pile of money about 2-3 years ago and decided to take over YouTube with a bunch of damn views and pretend like we fucking give a shit about you. You wanna bring it on? Then it's brought. Ladies and gentlemen, let me explain to you how this situation is going to be panning out. Because, as always, I love my people here on the internet, and I've done all my best I can to hang around without taking a paycheck from somebody to make sure that we keep it on the even keel and y'all don't get misled, because you know how it is. So let's start this off. First of all, some jackass named Casey. By the way, Casey, I ain't trying to get a job from you, bitch. I don't need your damn money. Go fuck yourself, you Afghani. What the fuck is this, dude? I don't give a fuck who you are. But you are just nothing in this internet world, man. You ain't shit. Your money ain't gonna buy nothing but people's temporary loyalties. I've been watching YouTube, folks, for over 10 years. Alright? I've been watching this shit go down since 7. Alright? I've been monitoring. I've been keeping it real. I've never said no shit. Now I got like a handful of people. I'm cool with y'all. I love y'all. I ain't worried about this. I ain't hating. I ain't expecting to be big. I've always kept myself small on purpose. I have no interest in all in being like all up in this shit. I ain't trying to get jobs in fucking Hollywood. I don't need that shit. I'm here to keep y'all straight, keep y'all free. Because the world needs a straight situation going on. Alright? Back in the day, there used to be a lot of YouTubers and they would rally and get y'all together. But what we got right here is we got somebody that ain't one of you who's trying to get you to do something stupid. That's my puppy. My puppy is here to see me. Yeah, I know, baby. It's good. I'm talking to my dog while I'm talking to you. Get over it. Good girl. Point is, now, here's the situation. Anybody that is trying to take the money or trying to get the job into Hollywood, all that big old school bunch, okay, they're gonna say whatever they need to get the monies and to get the jobs. Okay, so that means they're gonna. Doesn't matter if they agree with Busta Punk Rhymes, whatever the hell his name is, or not. They're gonna kiss his booty because if he gets money from some group, which by the way, if you guys remember, this was started by TED Talks, which was basically DNC, so Democratic National Convention. And the interesting part about this, if you guys don't know about this, and just for giggles, do you know that something amazing happened about, I don't know, maybe 5-7 years ago or so, where half of the Democratic Party gravitated to the Republican Party. Okay. Do you think those people changed their values? Hell no. They flip-flopped to keep their jobs because in our country, politicians is a career. Okay? So these people have no moral base whatsoever. You think that just because they are currently Republican, so I mean, you want to look at the situation where the Republican Party is divided? Well, I'll tell you why. Because about 8 or so years ago, half of the Republican Party was a fucking Democrat. So I mean, you want to be honest with you, when you want to run for public office, you don't have to join the National Party. You just have to declare that you're going to be either A, Republican, B, Democrat, or C, an independent. Now, that's all you have to do. You don't have to go through some sort of trial. You don't take a test. You don't do some sort of secret pinky swear or something. You just have to say in America, I'm going to be a Democrat or I'm going to be a Republican based on this. Okay? And you don't have to have any other credentials whatsoever. So if you want to be a Republican 1 year and then switch to a Democrat the next year, you can totally do that. And there's nothing wrong with that. So let me run with that for a second. So that's what is going on with some of this bullshit that's happening right now. Okay, some of the other things that are happening is you're going to find the media, which is being backed by people who are backing certain candidates, which I'm not going to say anything. Democrats! The point is that most of those people who are being backed by that group of people are going to say anything, even if it's not true. So they are going to defame a person, even if it's totally false. It's not going to matter because they will fall on their swords to keep their jobs. So all this stuff, oh, thanks. All those things that they're doing, okay, are going to say the heck with this. So I'm telling you guys right now, do not become sheep and listen to some jerkball who is influencing people by paying them. I mean, that's not what the internet was ever about. I mean, we all just getting together to have fun. And if we can make a little money off of it, sweet. But that wasn't the whole purpose. That wasn't the original purpose of this site. This site was partially to make money, but it was also had another factor, which is the factor that draws you guys here. Hold on, I got a cough. Okay, in fact, I'm so stressed out about this situation, my hair is going to fall out again. Well, I got to do another treatment. The point is, I don't want you guys to be influenced or used to cause a problem. In fact, most people who care about you, who've been in this for a long period of time, are saying, don't let this situation get out of hand. This is not a call to action. Okay, this guy who's suddenly, getting all the support, he's paying for that, guys. He's paying for his friends. And those people who make a living doing this are doing this because they're getting paid. Faking gay kids. That concept, even though they feel disturbed by talking about it, is true. This is all up in faking gay land, okay? And again, I'm not saying this against the homosexual people. I'm talking about the old school, what we were talking about. And so this is what we're doing. What I've been trying to do is been directing most of you away from this bullshit debate, because what's going to happen is dirty politics for the rest of the time. And I want you guys to make a clear decision based on your own decisions, okay? You review the facts. You go through the steps to understand who's doing what and what is bullshit and what isn't. And you make your decision and you vote. But you vote based on your conscience, not some jerk off over in Hollywood who's not going to give you jack a crap and who has no idea who they're siding with. They're just taking the money. And I'm going to tell you, at the end of that, they're going to cut them loose. They think they're going to get sweetheart deals by backing these people. I got news for you. Surprise, surprise, that's not what's going to happen. This administration, when it leaves, that campaign and the propaganda goes with it. Do you think that the DNC is going to back this system the same way it's been backing it if they get back into power? What's the point? You got a dictator. You got two potential dictators. Okay? One of them is not good. One of them says some stupid shit. The other one is evil as shit and is going to screw you. And if you say something they don't like, you think freedom is in danger now, wait until that person gets into the office. So you do what you want to. We're in a crisis in the United States, so that's just the way it's going to be. And this is not unusual. We're in a crisis every time we vote for a president. But the point is this: do not let yourselves be confused by people who are getting paid to tell you what to think. If I have done anything in the past 10 years with all my comments to all these different people, the interactions I have done over the years has been for this. And you're welcome to look through my entire repertoire of my slams and bullshit. But the reality is this: all I have ever tried to do is give you guys a free thinking process to actually follow through. The stuff that you probably weren't even taught in your schools. My objective is to give you the ability to think for yourselves. If you choose one candidate over the other, as long as it's a free choice, I'm okay with that. I may not agree with you, but I'm okay with that. What I am not happy with is when people are being misled or BS'd because somebody has to make a buck. Okay? And I have stood against that since day one. I don't want to be on the take, guys. And I don't want you to be misled by people on the take. I don't hate them. I understand they got to make a living. But I don't expect you to go in an uproar just to make them a little more money for a couple more days before they get cut loose. Because let's face it, that's where it's going. And they can pretend that it's not, but the reality is that is exactly what it is. And if they're doing it old school sales style, you're going to see a lot of these kids crying before they disappear. And it's going to be pretty pitiful. I've watched most of these people who have millions and millions of subscribers. I've been there when they were in a position where they were sitting around crying on the internet, offering to do all sorts of sexual favors for these people just to get in to the system. Okay, so I can guarantee you when I say I've been here long enough to know who's full of shit and who isn't full of shit. I can tell you right now, whether I don't agree with Phil or not, I don't like Phil. I think he's a butt wipe. Okay? I've always thought he was a butt wipe, but here's the truth. Phil's telling you, don't overreact. Okay? Listen to the man who's been here for 10 years. Okay? Don't listen to me. Listen to the famous people with all their nations and bullshit. They're telling you, don't let yourselves get fooled. Because they're old enough now to know what I knew 10 years ago. Okay? And I'm telling you the same thing I told them 10 years ago. They weren't mature enough to hear it now, but now they've become mature enough to understand. So, with this said, we got to try our very best, ladies and gentlemen. Even though we still got to take money for what we do, I don't. That's why I'm saying this. But I will say this. You've got a responsibility to your people to be honest, but to leave them the ability to keep their minds open to make their own decisions. Now, some of you have done that very well, and I applaud you for that, for what it's worth. For some of you, I've trolled for many years. Ray, for example, is a great example. He's just too much. It's just so easy to do that to him. I'm sorry. I apologize, Ray. You're just such a little Napoleon complex mofo. I just enjoy screwing with you. But I think the world of the man. Although he treated women really poorly, and that pisses me off because I always treat my women good. But the point is, we're getting way too long in this. I'm trying to set you straight. You don't have to listen to me. By all means, you can just say ugly things in the comments. It's not like I haven't heard it for the past 10 years, but I will say this much. Please, 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 make your own decisions. Make your own calculated decisions. Get the facts, not propaganda. Don't go to the website of the people. Okay? Find as unbiased an opinion as possible and draw your conclusions. Now, here's the deal. There's going to be bias one way or the other with any information you receive. The question now is to look at the different versions and figure out that somewhere in the middle of those two versions is the truth. That's the best I can give you. I wish I could give you more, but hey, I'm not getting paid to tell you shit, so I can't use fancy examples. But I will say this. Please, please, do not overreact. Do not use this beautiful medium that they're going to try to steal from us at the end of this debate. Do not misuse it, which we may have only for the last time. So please keep the internet strong. Be stoic in this particular situation. Let these yo-yos go through their shit. When voting day comes, that's where you make the difference. As for myself, the start of this week, my state starts early voting. And thank God, because I want to get this over with. I'll vote, and then it doesn't matter what the hell they say. But I'm going to tell you, I know exactly who I'm going to choose, and it doesn't matter what the media is going to lie about, because that's all they're going to do up to the debate. They're going to be, whoever paid them the most is going to be the one they lie for. Do your homework. Vote your conscience. Do not let people persuade you. Don't even let me persuade you. I'm trying to be unbiased here. I'm just telling you straight up. There are people who are going to try and sway your vote. There are people who are calling you up on the phones to get public opinion and bullshit. They're just doing that so they can tell you what they're going to do. They want to know who's doing what so they can update this stuff. The hell with them. Do what you need to, and you have no obligation whatsoever, and this is the part that pisses me off, no obligation whatsoever to tell people who you're voting for. The only person who has to know who you're voting for is you. Okay? That is the only person you have to tell, and the only person you have to answer to. No, not somebody in your job, not your friends, or your wannabe friends, because sometimes you just have acquaintances. Do your best. Focus on what's important, and do your civic duty. For those who are in the United States. For those who are outside the United States, I'm sorry. I'm trying my very best to help my fellow Americans not be stupid. But, there's a lot of stupid going on right now. You guys are not missing out, let me put it that way. We have a wonderful opportunity to be freer than we could possibly be anywhere else in the world. And people are desperately trying to take that away from us. So we're pissed. Most of us are. So we'll go ahead and leave you with that. Take care. And sorry, this was just a rant. Bye.